Thank you, Father Bauer, Father Gitter. I would thank Father Becker coming back from Rome to visit me and hear this talk, but he's not here. Any honored guests and my brothers. Since my freshman year of high school, there has been only one constant in my life, and that is the desire to be a father. And being at SJV, that desire has focused in on being a spiritual father. I have been privileged to know and spend time with many priests that have been spiritual fathers to me. But there is only one priest that has been the greatest spiritual father to me. And that priest is 8-time priest hero, Father Brian Dorr, Vice Rector of Mount St. Mary Seminary, founder of ThoseCatholicMen.com, and priest of the Diocese of Lafayette in Indiana. There are many legends that have been told of Father Brian since Lafayette started sending to SJV in 2009. Father Brian told a gymnasium of 1,000 high schoolers that they were not special. He has told guys interested in going to seminary that they were not needed. He certainly is brash, but this has not been my entire experience of Father Brian. My experience of Father Brian has been him being a father who loves his spiritual sons. And I would like to share a few stories about how Father Brian has been that spiritual father to me. The day after I moved into SJV my new man year, I remember calling Father Brian walking back from the student center here, and right under the veranda, we were talking, and after a couple minutes, he stopped the conversation and said, "Nick, you sucked last year, but now I could not be prouder to call you a friend." This statement really represents our relationship. It does so because he is a man that expects much of his sons, but understands that it is a process to truly become a man of God and desires to walk that journey with him. Right before my second year, your Father Brian told me about a 90-day asceticism program called Exodus, which one can find on ThoseCatholicMen.com, that he created for men to grow in self-mastery. Father Brian suggested that I should do it and that he would be willing to do it with me. With us going back to our respective seminaries, being 16 hours apart, it'd be rather difficult to meet 3 times a week, like the program calls for. So we set up times, 3 times throughout the week, that we would call each other to check in on one another to see how the ascetical practices are going. Though he is in charge of the formation of 150 men, Father Brian has always made time for me and has sacrificed for me during my journey in becoming a man of God. These, I believe, are the hallmark of what it is to be a father, to offer himself and to sacrifice for the sake of the other. Lastly, Father Brian and I were once again on the phone, this time in May of my second year. Second year for me was a rather tough year, and so I was relating to him all of the frustrations that I was going through. And I was feeling very down about myself, but he said in that time the most meaningful thing anyone has ever said to me: "Nick, you are worth it." This statement exemplifies the love that Father Brian has for me. Not only that, but the love God the Father has for me. Whatever you have done, whatever you are going through, whatever you are going to do, I will stand by you because, Nick, you are worth it. This affirmation is one of a father that loves me. This is the Father Brian Dorr that I know and love. Father Brian Dorr is the spiritual father that I so desire to emulate one day, one that loves his spiritual sons with the love of the Father. Praise be Jesus Christ.